Thank you so much for coming today, guys. This event is co-organized by BAF and Meliora Blockchain, which is the blockchain club at University of Rochester. I'm Nour. I'm project manager at BAF and president of Meliora Blockchain, and I'm super happy that our club got to collaborate with BAF. We build projects, we connect our members to opportunities in the industry, and what's very cool about BAF is that we're governed by the university book clubs. So we're super thankful for our members and for our sponsors who made our work possible. BAF is funded by Algorand Foundation, Protocol Labs, Ethereum Foundation, and our incredible individual donors. So that's my little intro about BAF. I would like to introduce our amazing speaker today. We're very happy to co-organize today's event with Ian Balina and Tokyometrix. Ian is an influential blockchain and cryptocurrency investor, advisor, and evangelist. He has been featured in the Wall Street Journal, Forbes. I'm sure many of you guys heard about his incredible work in analytics and entrepreneurship. So without further ado, I would like to leave the floor for Ian to tell us about his journey in crypto and his new book. This is actually part of his book for the Crypto Investing Guide, which I'm sure you guys heard about. So yeah, I'm going to leave the floor to Ian. Thank you so much. I'm excited to learn from you today.
All right, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And as mentioned, I do have a book over here available on Amazon. It's called The Crypto Investing Guide, How to Invest in Bitcoin, DeFi, NFTs, and more. Especially with this current market, lots of people have been getting into crypto assets and investing. So if you want a place to learn how to invest and learn how our company does research and evaluates crypto assets to invest in, definitely a book I would recommend. It's available on Amazon. We've sold almost 12,000 copies in the first month, and we also have an ebook and audiobook coming out as well this quarter. So my background is in computer engineering. I have a master's and bachelor's in that from GW in Washington, D.C. I went to work at Deloitte Consulting as an IT consultant. I was there briefly, then moved on to IBM. I was there for 4 years. My first 3 years I was there as a technical sales engineer, basically helping sales people with technical concepts, software, workshops, proof of concepts, helping progress software in IBM, especially for IBM Watson Analytics. Then my last year, I covered all of North America as an analytics evangelist. I basically crossed over to the dark side and became an account exec, covering the whole country for the IBM Analytics, helping sell products like Apache Spark, Hadoop, IBM Cloud, and IBM ML products with Watson. Then I discovered crypto in 2016. A friend of mine from my college days in DC said, "Hey, Ian, IBM is doing lots of great stuff in the blockchain space with Hyperledger and everything. Can you put me in touch with the director of blockchain at IBM?" And I asked him, "Why do you care about this blockchain thing?" And he told me he was a Bitcoin developer, he was launching a crypto fund, and that just kind of made my jaw drop on the floor. This guy was my age, 27 years old, launching a hedge fund for crypto investing. Because back then I thought crypto investing was just Silk Road, the dark web, just all these nefarious characters. I didn't even fathom you could invest in this and make money. So that very same day, he basically gave me a quick education on the whole space. I ended up joining Coinbase, went there, bought my first Bitcoin, my first Ethereum. The price of Bitcoin was around $850. The price of Ether was around $8. So it was still pretty early. Back then, I thought I was totally late, but it was still pretty early. And essentially, that was my first foray going down the rabbit hole, because I felt that if I owned a piece of crypto, Bitcoin and Ether at the time, that I would have skin in the game and I would be more willing to learn and be a better student. Because it's one thing to read something online, it's one thing to actually own it, because in the same manner of when you buy something, you begin to see everybody who has it, right? Whether it's shoes, whether it's a car, right? Your awareness to it just kind of resonates at a higher frequency. So I felt the same thing would happen with crypto, and it did. So I went on Amazon. I bought 2 books in the space. One was called Digital Gold. The other was called The Age of Cryptocurrency. They were the best 2 books in the space at the time. They gave me a nice history and overview on the whole space from A to Z, where crypto came from, where it was going. And after reading those books over the course of 3 months, I then became fully confident in crypto being the biggest innovation since the internet itself. And once I felt that, then I felt more comfortable investing in the space, because when when I bought my first Bitcoin and Ether, I only put in $100 in each, because at that point, that was how much I was willing to lose. But after getting more educated on the space, I was willing to put in. This was January 2017. I put in about 2,500 into both Bitcoin and then 2,500 into Ether. And then a week and a half later, the price of Ethereum went from like around $12 to $45, basically almost quadrupled in a week and a half. And that's when, because that week Ethereum had announced the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. So they had big companies like Microsoft, Citibank, JP Morgan, all building projects on the Ethereum blockchain to really test out whether it was something that would make sense for them as big companies. And that just really showed the initial enterprise adoption people were looking for in the space. And that was, for me as a new investor in crypto, that was the fastest money I'd ever made. I had lots of other businesses I was doing on the side while working at IBM. I had an Airbnb business. I had a Tura business. I had Amazon FBA business. I had a video production business. They were all making pretty good money. I mean, at one point, my side hustles were making more money than my day job at IBM. However, nothing was making money passively like crypto. So one of the things I realized was I didn't really want to be in a business where I had to exchange time for money. I wanted to be in a business where I could make money as I slept. And crypto allowed that. Investing allowed that. So I basically told my friends, so slow everything down. Let's go all in on crypto. And then lo and behold, by September 2017, ended up quitting my job at IBM to go all in on crypto. At that point in time, I had put in about 20 grand over the course of several months, basically dollar cost averaging into crypto. And by September 2017, I turned that to about $250,000. And then I had also ended up launching a YouTube channel back in 2016, basically on just finance. And in 2017, it basically became all crypto. And that channel had grown up and became pretty big. And at one point, I was doing live streams on spreadsheets, showing people how I invest in crypto using a data-driven approach to investing that back then I called Tokyometrix, which laid the foundation for what is now called Tokyometrix.com. And I went to Patreon. When I launched that Patreon group, basically I got about $60,000 a month in people who wanted to really have access to everything I was doing in crypto in terms of research. And having that plus my investments gave me the comfort to say, you know what, it's time for me to go all in on this. So quit my job that month in September. Then fast forward in December 2017, during that Bitcoin bull run when Bitcoin went to 19K, ended up becoming a crypto millionaire while I was traveling in Tokyo. And then I've been basically traveling around the world trying to help other people make money in crypto through guides, through talks like this, through creating content for free on YouTube. And now all that knowledge has been put into this book. This book is basically the culmination of everything I used to basically achieve financial freedom in crypto. And now we've taken the same knowledge and built a platform around it called Tokyometrix, which is essentially an AI-driven crypto investment research platform. So at a high level, think like Morningstar for crypto, where analysts rate crypto assets, except everything is data-driven, and we use AI. So we rate over 6,000 crypto assets, basically on a scale of 0 to 100%, based on how bullish we are on them doing well over different time horizons, from daily to for traders to even long-term value investors. Then we take those ratings and we help build model portfolios catering to different exchanges such as Binance, Coinbase, Uniswap, and helping people build a fully diversified portfolio using thorough analysis such as fundamentals, such as on-chain data, such as sentiment analysis, such as technology and code reviews. So helping people really sift through the noise in crypto, because there are over 6,000 assets in the space, over 6,000 tokens in the space. How do you find which ones are actually good, right? So our team is basically designed on doing that with our product, Tokyometrix.
All right, cool. Very interesting how you curated all of this content and knowledge in your book and your platform. And I'm sure so many people could empowering people and banking people that are unbanked is so important, especially in this day and age. Like, we have technology, everyone is able to make passive income if they have the knowledge, and this knowledge is power. So thank you so much for sharing all of this about your book. Ian is actually donating books to our library, our school library at the University of Rochester. So if you are active in a blockchain club here, please reach out to Tokenmetrix and Ian, and I'm sure they'll be happy to maybe add you to be featured on their book tour, or maybe find ways to collaborate with Tokenmetrix, because I know you guys are interested in working with blockchain clubs, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we're basically reaching out to different blockchain clubs and seeing how we can work with them. Last week, I spoke at University of Texas at their blockchain research lab, and then we also have a few others lined up as well. So the more, the better.
All right, cool. So BAF actually has partners in like not every, but many blockchain clubs around the country. So if you could tell us more about how you want to support clubs, because this is something that we've been focused on. We try to accelerate blockchain clubs and connect them with resources like these. So if you could tell us more about how you've been supporting clubs.
Yes, yeah. I mean, so the first aspect is just kind of giving education, right? So one, talks like this, where we share our story, our journey, what we're doing in the blockchain space, whether virtually or in person. Two would also be basically helping provide books for those who want to learn, right? Because we know in college people definitely value the education. So we have lots of books that we want to make available to anybody who wants to really understand the blockchain industry. Because even though this book is about investing, it gives you a good foundation to even get a career in the blockchain space, right? Because we cover everything from its history, how to use it, its value add, value prop, what DeFi is, what DeFi is, NFTs, how people invest in the space, how the development activity is in the space. So for anybody who wants to really get a good grasp on the whole industry, this book is a great place to start with that. And we will want to give those books away, or even anybody out there wants to get them, right? Because at this point, we've given away 100 books to a blockchain school in Uganda, Africa, where I'm from. We get some to UT as well, then obviously you as well. So anybody who really wants to learn the space, we want to help empower that. And then last but not least, we also want to help people who want to learn investing in the space through our platform. We're in the process of ready to launch a academic plan for students and universities who want to begin teaching crypto education and crypto investing, right? So that would give them access to our platform and all the analysis. It would also give people access to our Tokyometrix TV, access to watch all the content we make. It's basically a daily premium private network or private TV network. So all our analysts are on there. Think of this as Bloomberg for crypto, but for crypto, right? So really, we're just trying to offer as much value as possible, because we know students are the future, right? And crypto is a very young industry, right? And we know more young people will be welcomed in this industry.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for sharing all these resources. It makes me really happy to know that companies and people like you are trying to support blockchain clubs, because I run a blockchain club at my school, and I really see a lot of potential in these young people, because they're the ones who are we accelerate blockchain adoption and get more people in the space. Actually see a future for Web3. So yeah, thank you so much for all your advice. One final question. This is a question that I get a lot from my friends who about crypto and are so intimidated to join the crypto space. They're like, oh, I need capital to get into this. Like, I need to already be rich in order to actually make it in the space and buy stuff and make money. So what's your advice to people who are just completely new to the space and are just too nervous to make the first move?
I would say that's not the case. I mean, there's even a story on, I think, CNBC of a kid still in, I think, 14 years old, something like that, who became a millionaire in crypto without having a dime. Right? He's probably wondering, how is that possible? So basically, there's this game called Axie Infinity. It's basically this whole new trend called play to earn. Right? So basically, he was playing a video game, earning tokens. Yeah. Those tokens could then be traded on an exchange for value. Right? And then he took those tokens, and as he was trading them on an exchange, then ended up getting airdrops from using the exchange. And this airdrop is now, at one point, was worth over 20 to 30 grand. Right? So the ways to get involved in this space, one is through play to earn and finding blockchain games and playing them. Two, lots of airdrops in the space. Definitely be careful, because there are some airdrop scams out there. but you have to be careful. But if you do the research using Tokyometrix or just other resources out there, and only work with platforms or projects that are legit, you can earn free money via airdrops. So I would say airdrops and play to earn could give you the initial foundation needed to then start investing.
Yep, totally. And also you could do freelance in the crypto space, and there are so many job opportunities out there. So what I do, I just work
go
and
ahead,
earn
sorry.
crypto. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one other avenue, right? I know people who volunteered for communities to be community admins, or who've helped out by volunteering for a DAO, which is basically a decentralized autonomous organization, right? And in exchange for that, they end up getting tokens, right? So if you're really in the space, there's so many different ways and avenues to eventually end up earning crypto, which could then end up being worth a lot of money down the road.
Yep. Yeah. All right. I hope that was helpful to you guys. Whether you're in the space or new to the space, please join BAF and take advantage of all of the resources that we're connecting people with. Again, thank you so much, Ian. This was super interesting, and so many of our members look up to you and have been super curious about your journey. This is going to be recorded and posted on our YouTube channel, so hopefully more people have access to all of this valuable advice. And yeah, thank you so much for coming.